If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. That's a quote from Derek Bach. Hey, it's Mark Walker, and this is Fierce Encouragement again. Today I wanted to tackle and talk about one of the biggest objections to coaching that I find. I don't know if coaching is worth the money. What if it's just a waste? I hear this all the time, and I totally get it because I used to believe the same thing, and I work on the same attitude when I'm investing in coaching. And listen, I spent years of suffering with depression and drowning in that self-talk, that negative self-talk, and thinking that just arguing with myself, essentially, why am I like this? Why can't I get my act together? Why can't I make progress? And for a long, long time, I thought the answer was just to try harder, to kind of grind harder by myself, hustle harder, read another book, take another class that I wouldn't finish. But honestly, no amount of just trying harder pulled me out of my own closed-off mindset or my mindset of lack, because I was really trying to outthink my own blind spots. And that's impossible, because it's impossible. If you could have thought your way out of this problem, you would have done it already. And it's the truth. It's something that I like to land on and remind my clients, and to kind of come back to what our work is about. That's why I invest in coaching, not because I'm weak or I lack at a certain level, but because I'm kind of finished staying in that stuck modality or that stuck mode. So today I just wanted to break down for you why I wanted to talk about this, why the real thing that you're afraid is to invest in yourself. So the first thing I said, why do we get so afraid of investing in ourselves? What the real cost, and we talked about this a little last episode in 25, about the real cost of not taking action. What does that really cost us in our life and in our time here on this earth? And finally, how to measure whether coaching is actually worth it. So to start with, is it too expensive? Or is it just another story that it's too expensive? James W. Fick had this quote, "Don't tell me where your priorities are. Show me where you spend your money, and I'll tell you what they are." This one stings a little bit, at least for me. We all say we value that personal growth. We value kind of that, changing our minds and changing our attitudes and getting better. But when we hesitate, it's actually time that we lose to invest in ourselves. So we can look at where our money flows effortlessly. We can see that we all have those Netflix streaming subscriptions or Hulu or whatever. My addiction is YouTube, and I'll even wrap it and cloak it in, I'm doing great things. But oftentimes, I find myself watching my sports highlights mindlessly. We can also look at our eating out and our dining out budget. We can look at our gym memberships that we might not use all the time. We can even look at those new gadgets that are getting sold to us, the new phone, maybe even the one we had to have, maybe the iPad or something that we barely touch even now. The truth is, we spend money on what we believe is valuable to us, what we believe that'll help us. So the real question isn't, is coaching too expensive? The real question, or the question behind the question, is, do I actually believe I'm worth investing in? That's the big shift. Do I actually believe I'm worth investing in? Because we do invest in ourselves, or at least the things that feed our life, right? The devices, the subscriptions, the workout plans. We do invest in those things every day, every week. The problem is most of us don't even think twice about wasting money on distractions, but we hesitate when it's time to invest in our future. So just think about that. We hesitate when it's time to kind of throw our knapsack over the fence and go get it. So let's flip the question around. What is the real cost of staying the same for another damn year? What is the real cost of waiting and doubting and delaying our own transformations? Are we living the same year over and over and over? Do you look at the last 5, 10 years and just see the same things and no progress and no growth? I call that stagnation, and I've been there. I've spent, I don't want to say decades, but many, many years kind of grinding at the same things and trying to do things that didn't serve me and really struggling. So I'll ask you, a year from right now, You'll wish that you had started what you want to start today. A year from now, you'll wish that you would have started on that project or that plan or that exercise regimen today. It is the best investment we can make. So kind of to move on to the next section, how do we measure that return on investment, that ROI in coaching? The best investment you can make is in yourself. Warren Buffett. So people ask me all the time as a coach, Mark, how can you tell me that coaching is worth it? And it's really simple. After hundreds of conversations and thousands of hours of learning coaching and practicing coaching and connecting with clients, coaching is simply this. It makes you move. If your coach doesn't make you move, then it's not working for you. Coaching makes you move. It turns overthinking into action. In my first season, in the first few episodes, I had an episode on overthinking and how I'm an expert at it. We also talked about Parkinson's law, or that theory of the Parkinson's, that work will fill the time you give it. But overthinking can just pull us back. So coaching helps us move. It takes overthinking and puts it into action, which turns into results for us. Now, sometimes those results are different for everyone, and I think most of the time they are. Some people have worked with me and they finally get like some clarity on a huge life decision. Maybe it's a job move or a kind of a parallel career move, or maybe it's just breaking down those toxic patterns and those negative, sour patterns that have ruled their lives for decades, kind of humming in the background. And even others who came in with like goals of productivity, better productivity, found out that they just wanted some more peace, a quieter mind. They wanted a break from that critical inner voice that keeps tearing them down. So tell me, what's it worth to you? Because staying stuck isn't really free either. And honestly, if you won't invest in yourself, who will? So I'd like to share a tool with you, or something that you can take on and use for yourself, something that my clients have used, something that I use, and something that my coaches have shown me. But this thing is called the Future You Exercise. Here's something I want you to try today. Take 2 minutes and close your eyes. I want you to picture yourself 1 year from now, that you didn't take any action, you didn't invest in yourself. How does it feel? What's still the same there? And what does it cost you to stay where you are? Now shift the vision. Imagine you did invest in yourself. Imagine you took the leap. You got the help you needed. What's different for you? What's possible now that wasn't possible before? This is a really powerful exercise when we practice just for a couple minutes. Maybe it's right when we wake up in the morning and put our feet on the floor, or right before we lay down and go to sleep at night, or even in the afternoon when you find a quiet moment that you can just breathe for a couple minutes. Truly, imagine yourself supported. Imagine yourself investing in yourself. Imagine yourself taking the leap and getting that accountability. Also, there's that painful part. Imagine that you don't invest in yourself, that you don't take action, and you don't feel quite, advanced or growing in your job or in your relationship or in your workout program. These are important things. The future you is waiting for you, and then this exercise can help you connect to that bigger, deeper vision of a great you living your life out in a positive way. Here's a quote from Naval Ravikant. You can't save your way to wealth. You have to invest. So apply that same principle to your mind, to your energy, to your overall potential. Because listen, if you're waiting to feel like it's the time to invest or feel ready, it just never comes around. Believe me, it never will show up and ask you to come out and play. So I'd love to talk, and here's the truth. If coaching is really a waste of money, I'd love you to prove it to me. So book a free 45-minute strategy session with me. The application or the application link is in my show notes. I would love to talk to you and actually see if our free strategy session would move you forward. And if it doesn't, there's zero harm done, zero investment, other than just having a conversation. But I'll ask you this, what if the conversation does change something? What if it shifts everything for you the next quarter, the next 3 months? Go to my show notes or visit markwalkercoach.com, grab a spot on my calendar, because the future self is already waiting. It really is, just like the exercise kind of beckons to you. The only question really is will you show up? Will you get that encouragement? Truly, the worst investment we can make is doing nothing. Doing nothing is a terrible, terrible investment. So I don't want you looking back a year from now, wishing you had started something new today or invested more in yourself. Reach out to some mentors, reach out to friends, make that commitment to find support, have a plan to get better. And of course, apply if you'd like to talk with me. And let this be your reminder. If you feel stuck, it's not because you're broken or damaged. It's just because you need some structure and need to find the right tools and the right pathway. You don't have to do this alone, and you don't have to wait. So check out the show notes, apply to talk with me now, and I'll personally review your application and get back to you. And then I'll see you on the call. And until next time, truly stay strong, stay clear, keep moving forward, keep encouraging yourself. This has been Fierce Encouragement. My name is Mark Walker. I'll see you again next week for our next episode. Take care now. Bye-bye. Hey, this is Mark again. Just a quick thought after I got done recording that. It was like, why don't I record a quick recording of myself doing that 2-minute future you exercise or tool? So check out the show notes. I'll create a quick resource for you that you can download and have on your own and use it to practice. And you can close your eyes and really drop into that future self visualization so you can practice deeper. I hope you enjoy it. And again, take care. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.